Hi guys, welcome to part 1 of my Share Factory tutorial. In this part I will be going over just the pretty much just the very basic stuff. You get Share Factory from the PlayStation Store, and when you open it up this is the first screen that you'll see. Uh, New project is where you start your new video, piecing it all together. My projects is ones that you've already started, that you've saved, and that you're coming back to add to or finish off. My gallery is where they end up after you've exported them to your gallery. And then themes is just, it takes you to the PlayStation Store, and basically there you can download new themes that are from games like Plants vs Zombies and Destiny and a few others. There'll probably be more in the future as well. But today we're just going to be going over just the very basic stuff. So you go to new project and you have to pick a theme to start. So let's just choose Plants vs Zombies. Once you get to this screen, you can either keep that, which is the first three along the top there, and this fourth one here, which has got Share Factory written on there. They've all got ticks, so you know what's being added. So you can leave them in. All it is kind of Plants vs Zombies inspired sort of intro and all that for your video. So we don't want those. I never really used them. You just have to select it to be able to get to the next screen. And then basically here is where you can add the video clips that you're going to be editing and exporting. The little box there below, where it says most recent, alphabetical, by game, category, by selected, you've got selected and then 0 clips and 0 time. The maximum amount of clips you can have is 40 and the maximum amount of time is 20, and when you finish it has to be below 15 to be able to export it, otherwise it won't let you do it. So basically what we're going to be doing is we are going to add this video, this evolve video, and this one. Not going to be doing it for real. I'm just going to be sort of messing about with it, really. Not going to be making it look perfect or anything like that. It's just purely just to show you what you can do. And as you can see there, I've got 2 clips selected, and it goes up to 15 minutes 8 seconds. The maximum time I can have is 20 minutes. After that, you just press the square button to start the project. You can rename it or just go to continue. There's not really much point in renaming it, to be honest, because it's only for while you're in the Share Factory. You can rename it if you want to, if you're going to be doing multiple different sort of projects at the same sort of time, so you don't want to get them all confused and things like that. But you can make thumbnails as well, which you can do later on. I'll show you how to do that, so that you can see by picture what the project is, so you don't always have to do that. It's up to you. You can rename it or whatever, or just leave it blank by just going to continue, which is what I'll be doing. Just continue. It then brings you to this screen where you've got a smaller black screen there at the top, a blue thick bar in the middle, and a thin blue line at the bottom, with a red sort of rectangle with an arrow with 15 minutes 5 seconds in. So as you can see, it's over by 5 seconds at the moment, so we have to cut this video down. If you use the touchpad on your PS4 controller, you can scroll like just by putting your thumb on there or finger or whatever and just rubbing from side to side. You can move along this bar, and whatever it lands on is what is shown on the screen above. So basically all of what's on that thinner blue line at the bottom there is basically the whole of your video. That's everything. So you can scroll back and forward. If you press the X button, you've got the first option there is add clip. If you press X again, it will take you back to the previous screen you was on, and you can add more clips if you want. If you get up to the 20-minute mark, you can't add any more clips. So what you'd have to do is, if you want to make a video with quite a lot of clips using long videos, originally long videos, what you'd have to do is do, like, say you've got a 12-minute video and you only want 30 seconds out of that. Get the 30 seconds from that video, then add another clip from here, and keep doing it and keep doing it that way until you've got everything that you need by doing it that way. And basically all you do is just click on the one you want, press X to select it, and then press square to add the clips. So all we're going to be doing in this first part is trimming videos down. So obviously we don't want a video this long. We only really want a video of about 1 minute 30 seconds or so. So all we're going to do is just basically trim down this clip. We're not going to trim down the second clip, which is that part there, because it's already short and it's to the point. It's sort of like a after mission report, so we don't really want to make that any shorter. It's nice and to the point. This is just a transition, so if I just show you, scroll back a little bit, with the orange line running through the blue line, that is where you are in the video. So if you press R2 now, play the video, and that little orange box that lit up with a sort of sideways hourglass thing is basically the transition thing, and it's a Plants vs Zombies because that's what we chose before. But you can take that out by highlighting it so it goes orange like that, and by pressing square, going across to edit transition, delete transition, and then it's gone. So basically what we're going to be doing is shrinking this video, which is just a very basic thing to do. All you do is you press square and you go to the second one, which is trim clip. Press X, and as you can see, you've got two smaller screens now, with a thick blue line with an L and an R, both in circles. Basically the L is your left analog stick and the R is your right analog stick, so you can move these inwards, all over to one side with minus a few seconds, all over to the other side minus a few seconds, or whatever you want basically, but it has to obviously involve these two moving, or one of them moving only. So if you only want a middle section, then you can do that, or if you want somewhere around about there, you can do that, or if you want from the beginning up to there, you can do that, or if you only want from about the halfway towards the end, you can do that. But if you want more than, say you want the beginning part up to there, but then you want from there, you don't want this part, all of that part there you don't want, but then you want this part onwards, you're gonna have to do something slightly different, which I'll go over in part 2, but this is just for part 1. This is only if you just want to shrink the video a little bit, you just want to get rid of the first bit, like a little bit of a loading screen. So all we want is, we just want this cutscene at the beginning of the game. So if we run this over and we just get the cutscene only, like the big cinematic at the beginning, and that will do about there somewhere. You can use R1, L1, R2, L2 to do it slower. It moves along slower. You can do that. Went too far. Hold on. So that just move L1 and R1 and all that moves it along slower, at a slower pace, like that. There you go. So now we've got our little clip. And so there you go. So it transitioned straight from this little mini clip that we took, and we've gone straight into this. We could add a transition in there if we wanted to. All you do is you go to the first of the two clips that you want to join, like that, anywhere within that, but it has to be the first one of the two, like the first out of the two clips basically. You press X and go to add transition, and then say we want the Yeti looking thing from Plants vs Zombies as the transition. Press X, and now as you can see the little box has appeared with the sideways sound type. And there you go, it adds the thing. And if you want to take it out, just highlight that and edit transition, delete transition. If you then decide that this first clip that we've just shrunk right the way down to something like 22 seconds from 14 minutes something, if you now want to adjust that, or whatever you've decided, you've kind of don't want this part now, you want a different part or whatever, the rest of what you shrunk down hasn't gone, it's not vanished completely, it's still there. It's just this is what here is everything that will be saved and done at the end of the video. All the rest will be gone at that point, but while we're still in here and we're still doing all this stuff, it's still there basically. So all you have to do is just highlight that first clip which it was from, and press the square button, go back to the trim clip part, and then you can readjust it and do whatever you want to do, going both ways. Go slow, slow, slow. One more. That's it. And so we're back to where it was again. And then all you have to do is say, for instance, like we are now, this is the end of our part 1 for our Share Factory tutorial. But say this is the end of what you're doing. You just kind of want to either finish, or you want to leave it and come back to it later on. You've got to go and have dinner or go to bed or whatever, and you want to come back to it another time. All you do is press the options button, and there's save project. So pressing save project there will save it, so you can come back and carry on. And there, or you can go to export to gallery, which is where it renders. It takes, depending on how long the video is, if it's 15 minutes it can take about roughly about that kind of time, maybe a little bit longer, so shorter the better really, the quicker anyway. So yeah, that will basically do it, so that it will export it to the capture gallery on the PS4 home screen, or within the gallery section of, like, I think it's called My Gallery of Share Factory. So you can then either export it using a USB stick, or you can upload it to Facebook or YouTube. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. That's the end of part 1, and see you in part 2. Thanks for watching. Bye.